So much for joining me in this tutorial. And in this tutorial we're going to look at mail merge. And now mail merge is a very useful feature that incorporates data from Microsoft Office and Microsoft Excel. It then allows you to create multiple or bulk documents at once. These documents may include certificates, letters, emails, CVs, labels, report cards, envelopes, and directories. In this tutorial we will look at mail merge, and we will learn how to use it, how it can be used in letters. So mail merge saves you the time and the effort of retyping the same letter over and over. So the first thing that you need to do is you have to create an Excel spreadsheet, and you have to create it with the headers for each of the fields that you want to merge in your mail. So I have already prepared one, and in this spreadsheet you will notice that I have the headers. So in this case the headers are this line here. So I have, for each column I have the information that is there, and I have the surname, the first name, the NRC, and so on and so forth. Now these fields are very important because they are going to help us, they're going to guide on where to put a particular information. After you've prepared your documents, depending on what you want to write, it could be an invitation letter, or it could be a congratulatory message, or any other document that is in bulk of its nature, but it is really individualized in some sort. The second thing that you're going to do is you're going to create your letter. So in my case, this is the letter that I have created. It's a letter congratulating someone who has been accepted to a college. So if you look at it, it has the student name, student number, sorry, and then it's got their surname and their first name, their NRC, which is the national registration number, card number. Then we've got the date there. And now in the congratulatory message, you will notice that it has the first part, which is a common part. Now when you reach this part here where it says School of Education, it's possible that the university or the college may have different schools. So in this particular column we will need it to specify which particular program, which particular school that particular student or pupil is in. The next part is the title of the program. Now that's the title of the program that they are graduating with, or they're going to be studying. That particular program it has a major course and a minor course, and then it's a distance, open distance learning, and its duration will be put there. Now all these parts where we have put space holders, information for each particular student may differ. It is not the same information for all the students. Now after you've done that, you've created your letter like that, it's now time to get started with the mail merge. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to go to mailings. Now when you go to mailings, you're going to go on start merge mail. So you click there. It's going to bring you options. In this case I'll go for letters, because this is a letter that I want to merge mail letters. So you're going to create on letters there. When you create on letters, the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to select the recipients. Now the recipient is where the information is being gotten from. In this case it is from our Excel folder that we created. So you're going to click there, and you're going to go on existing list. Use an existing list because you already created it. But if you have not yet created it, then you might have to start with create a new list. So we'll choose use an existing list. Okay. After that, it will take us to where our document is. In this case I have it on the desktop, and it's in this folder called data, and that is the document there. When you briefly open it, you're going to click yes to this prompt, again yes, and wait for it to load. Now after it has loaded, it will bring you this prompt box. Now the first column is sheet. Open the documents, the workbook. What documents or what sheet is the data that you're looking for is? Where is it in your document? So in my case it is in sheet 1. Now I'll quickly go to this part here, and you'll notice that this is sheet 1. That's sheet 2, sheet 3. So I'm using sheet 1. So if I were using sheet 2, I would choose sheet 2. And in this case, I'll choose sheet 1 because that's what I'm using. So after that, then you leave the cell range blank, and then you click on OK. After you've done that, now you can now begin to tailor your document. So what I'm going to do is we're going to have to specify on the student number. We will select from our document what we want it to be showing here. So what I'll do is I'm going to highlight this part here up to here. Then we're going to go to insert merge field, and then we're going to choose what we're looking for. So in this case, we're looking for student ID. So you click on student ID, and you'll notice that student ID will come there. The next thing is the date. So on the date again, we're going to highlight the date here. Then we're going to go to merge field. Then we're going to look for the date, which apparently we have not placed. Okay, we'll place it later on. Let's look at something else. Let's go to the first name. So the first name is there. You highlight everything there. Then you go to insert merge field, and then I'll go for the first name. I'll put some space there. Then I'll go to the surname, which is the second part. Okay, here we are. And then we're going to insert field, and then you go to the surname. The next thing that we have is the NRC, the National Registration Card Number. So you go there and you insert your NRC. And after that, in our reference, we have the part where we have an academic month. So it will tell us which intake it is, because we have usually 2 intakes in a year. So here I'm going to insert academic month, then followed by academic year. So I'm going to insert merge field again, and then choose academic year. Now, all these columns that I have here are columns that automatically are coming from this part here. That's the first part we did, well, when we said we needed to create the headers. Okay, after that, then we're going to go to our individualized letter. Now, congratulations to you for being offered a place at this college, and you're going to undertake a school program. So we're going to have a school program. In which school this person will be. So they'll be in the School of Education. So we'll go and choose School of Education there. In the title of the program they'll be doing, I'm going to select the title of the program there. We go to field, type title of program, and then what is their major course. So the major course, we're going to go there. Then we're going to go on the set merge field. So put the major course there, and then followed by the minor course. The minor course, there we are. And then the last thing that we're going to have is the duration, which is the period, how long the program will take. So have it like that way. Now, after you've done that, then you've done the work, and it's now time to preview your results. Now, you will notice that in our Excel document we have about 25 candidates. So which means if we were to do it on an individual basis, we're going to have 25 times type in the same information. So NeoMerge helps us to it helps us to avoid all that, and makes it easy for us to just create one document once and for all. So in this case, I would only create this document only once, and after that it will be able to replicate itself. So we can go and view preview results to see if what we have done is been affected. So when you click on preview results, you're going to notice that the first person, who is Dear Enet Njovu, with this particular NRC, and the intake is April intake 2022, and this particular student is doing primary education, is doing a Bachelor of Education in Primary Education. Their major is social studies, and their minor is home economics. Now, the duration is 3 years. So we are going to have these, we said we are 20 of them, so which means We have 20 of them that will be generated, and each one of them will carry the information that is only for them. So that is how merge mail works. So after that, you can now click on finish. First of all, obviously you have to click on this button here. After you've checked that information is correct, you can now click on finish and merge. After that, you simply will choose individual, edit individual documents. When you do that one, then it's going to create a document which will have now a name which is letters 1, and now this document, all the paper, all the students will be in one document. All you need to do is to simply print out the individual letters, and each letter will have only the information that is for that particular student. So thank you so much for watching, and look out for more of these type of lessons in our next tutorials.